I wish somebody had told me these things when I was a student the first time. It would have been a lot easier.
Dr. Marty Lobdell, a psychology professor, developed a college study skills course after recognizing widespread student struggles with effective studying. His mission was to guide students towards efficient and successful study habits, elevating them from average performers to exceptional achievers within a single semester. In this video, we'll delve into the initial 4 principles for achieving smarter, more effective studying.
First rule, the moment you start to slide, you're shoveling against the tide. What you need to do is what? Take a break. And here's what's cool about it. You can study for a half hour. It doesn't take a half-hour break to recharge your batteries. For most people, about 5 minutes.
Many of us dread lengthy study sessions, yet fail to realize the counterproductive nature of this approach. Lobdell explains that behaviors reinforced are more likely to be repeated, while those punished or ignored tend to diminish. This concept applies to studying. Forcing oneself to endure hours of uninterrupted study is detrimental compared to breaking it into shorter, more manageable segments. According to London's Global University, regular study breaks yield numerous benefits, including enhanced memory, reduced stress, improved health, increased energy levels, and heightened performance and creativity. Thus, the key takeaway is to intersperse longer study periods with scheduled breaks, incentivizing productivity with a well-deserved treat at the session's end.
And this is where you go away, do something fun for 5 minutes. Call a friend, talk to a child, talk to a parent, a roommate. Enjoy some music. Do something you enjoy and actually say, this is my treat for having studied for 30 minutes effectively. Go back and here's what happens. Your efficiency is nearly 100%. Study a half hour, take a break. Study a half hour, study a half hour.
Establishing a designated study area is crucial for optimizing studying effectiveness, as Lobdell elucidates.
Researchers asked the students, what's the biggest problem with studying? They said, we can't get into it. The university in question had primarily dorm rooms. One side bed, another side of bed, study area, right? In one room, you sleep, you groom, you talk with people, you socialize, you study, you snack. It's a multi-purpose room, and yet you're supposed to study.
Our brains respond to environmental cues, and a dedicated study space reinforces the association between that area and focused study. By utilizing a specific location solely for studying, individuals train their minds to recognize it as a space dedicated to academic endeavors, enhancing concentration and productivity.
In the Hawaiian dorms, all of the rooms had a gooseneck lamp. So the professor said, we're going to try a little experiment. Take that lamp, make a little sign and put it on it, study lamp. Use it only for studying. You don't dress by it, you don't have BS sessions by it, you don't snack by it, you don't clean the room by it, nothing. You use the other lights for all other functions. You're ready to go, turn on the lamp and start studying. The moment you lose your edge, 15, 20, 30 minutes later, turn the lamp off, get up and leave the desk. What you're training yourself to study while seated there. And it becomes increasingly automatic. You sit, turn the lamp on, and you're ready to go. It's like magic. The students who did that were 1 grade point higher the next term compared to the control group that didn't do it. 1 grade point simply by creating a study area.
Creating an optimal study space can be challenging, but according to Joyce University, certain factors ensure its effectiveness. It's essential to ensure sufficient lighting, control over noise and distractions, and personalized touches that inspire motivation even during moments of reluctance to study. These elements collectively contribute to a study environment conducive to productivity and contentment, while memorization aids in retaining facts. Many courses require a deeper understanding beyond mere recall. Classes often blend memorization with comprehension of concepts, recognizing that memorizing facts alone is insufficient.
When you're reading it over and over, or saying it over and over, the term for that is rote memorization, spelled R-O-T-E. It can work. It is the way most of us were taught in elementary school, and some of you may be darn good at it. But for most of us, it's not the most efficient or effective way. The way to learn efficiently in college, first you have to decide, what am I learning? Is it a concept or a fact?
Students who grasp the significance of conceptual understanding possess a more robust foundation for exams and beyond. Research from the Department of Education emphasizes the distinction between surface learning and deep conceptual learning, DCL. DCL emphasizes comprehension, encouraging students to question, discuss, and seek understanding rather than solely relying on rote memorization.
A fact is the discrete little piece of information. Understanding the name of a bone is a fact. Understanding what it does in the body gets into a concept. So in studying, sometimes there are a lot of facts. In fact, I use anatomy as a good example. You got to memorize bones, muscles, organs, tissues, a lot of it. But if you simply memorize and don't understand the function of it, the comprehension of the actual concepts, it's a lot of wasted learning, really. Just to know a name of a bone is like, yeah, so what? What does it do? How does it function? But in most college classes, what we as professors are most concerned about is that you grasp the concept. Because concepts, once grasped, will stay with you a lifetime.
By delving deeper into study topics and embracing conceptual learning, individuals enhance their learning efficiency and gain a more profound understanding of the subject matter. This approach fosters improved retention and comprehension, leading to enhanced academic performance and a broader knowledge base.
Most of you undo good studying by not sleeping adequately. Some of the latest work on REMing, we're not sure exactly how, but there's something going on. It involves the hippocampus. It involves the storage from a transitory long-term memory to a permanent, what we call consolidation. But we're getting increasing evidence that that consolidation process is dependent on rapid eye movement sleep, which if you're an adult happens about every hour and a half once you fall asleep. If you're not getting a good night, typically around 8 hours, you're not getting enough REM. What you've studied doesn't become permanent. And I can tell you there are studies that show simply by getting better rest, some students improve markedly in their performance because their brain now stores it a lot more efficiently.
Adequate sleep is essential for optimal brain function and effective learning. Without sufficient rest, your brain struggles to absorb new information effectively.
By the way, if you know anybody with sleep apnea, biggest thing they'll tell you is, I can't remember anything. My brain's shot. It's like my memory's gone. Yeah, it is, because your REMing isn't happening because you wake up so often and you can't consolidate and store permanent memories.
Harvard's summer school offers tips for improving sleep quality. Limit caffeine intake before bedtime. Avoid electronic screens an hour prior to sleep. And engage in physical activity at least 2 hours before bedtime. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time daily, helps regulate your body's internal clock. Prioritizing sleep creates a healthy routine that benefits not only academic performance, but also other areas of life. By establishing a regular study routine that eventually becomes a habit, you'll enhance your academic success. Remember, consistency is key to achieving your academic goals. Thank you for watching.